you now. You got to wake up. It's your time. It's your place.
The sun is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping,
and I'm ready to fly.
Time to get ready, ready
for another day.
Hey, no one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great.
Oh, 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 oh.
You do your best, best,
and I'll do mine.
So let's get ready, ready. Cause it's about that time. Good morning, morning, you good morning. How do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, time to wake. Good morning, your dance and play. Good morning, start to say. Good morning, open your eyes. Good morning, reach for the sky. Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do?
Good morning.
You see me on my grind.
Ooh, stars got to shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah,
I'm on the move. I got a way to shine to it. So let me hear you say, every day we gon' learn and play.
Wait. Hey, rolling out AM. It is that time. This is the place. It's your space. Romeo International. Munson Steve. What is happening, Romeo?
Man, it's morning time. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. It's new energy. It's new focus. It's new, just period. Everybody, I need y'all to get up, get ready, get set, get the day going. Get all the extra negative energy out your body. And if you got to keep that negative energy, focus that negative energy on something good and just make stuff happen, man. It's Monday. It's October. Welcome to October. Welcome to I think the weather is like warm and cold at the same time or whatever it is, but y'all can figure it out.
Fall, it is fall. It is fall.
People walking around in basketball shorts and a hoodie. Figure it out. Y'all will be good. But good morning, man. Shout out to everybody, man. We're going to get y'all right beginning of this week. So welcome to the Rolling Out AM, man. Shout out to the whole team. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they got a whole conversation. It is time to plan your election party, election day party. Definitely a part of it. Big losses in Hollywood. So definitely hate to hear about that.
On top of that, man, let's go back to the election part. I need everybody to kick in, man. This Wednesday is going to be something epic. I think, your first Black woman VP, speaking in her very first presidential debate against Pence. This is something that should not be taken lightly. This is something that people should definitely watch. And you should definitely pay attention to because this is going to be a monumental time in history. You got to see this.
Yeah.
Today's the last day to register to vote in Georgia. If you have not registered to vote in Georgia, today is the last day. It's real simple, people. Go online, register to vote.
Yeah, but start your election day party, 5-week party, 5 days of party. Celebrate every day. Help somebody get to the polls. Volunteer. Walk your neighborhood. Make sure that everyone's showing up. This is that moment. But definitely have a great watch party on Wednesday for Kamala Harris and her entire successful debate. So
yeah, and join this Wednesday, man. Join. You know what? I'm combining my Twitter watch party with Rolling Out. Follow at Rolling Out on Twitter. Join us this Wednesday where we're going to debate and we're going to post every single thing that is spoken about in the debate. We'll be able to have a conversation with live, read your comments live, voice your opinion live, either side you on, equal opportunity. you want to post the good? Come on.
Shared voice. Shared voice. We're going to share the voice.
Share the voice.
I agree with you, but we'll share the voice, you know. Got to share the voice, which is a big thing. Each and every day, you share the voice so that you know the truth is coming your way. Every day, it's time. Dropping bars all the way from Mars. Go out and vote. Register today, but you can vote early in a lot of states. So a lot of ballots have been mailed. Make sure you check your ballot. Take it to a secure place. You know, the beauty of it is today, you don't have to just mail it. You can take it to a secure place, 24 hours, secure place, Chicago, secure place, Atlanta, secure place. So if you vote early, do it. Do not wait. Do not wait till the lines are crazy and that's the experience you have. Have a new experience today. Go out and vote early and take somebody with you.
And did you hear the key word he said? Secure. Look, people, look at your ballot. Make sure you are placing your ballot. You know what? I would even advise people, take a picture of yourself placing your ballot into a box, you know, just for security of yourself. You know, we want every voice to be heard. Like Munson said, shared voice. We're all for shared voices, but make sure you hold accountable to yourself to make sure that your voice is being heard. Don't get hoodwinked. I think that's the saying. Don't get hoodwinked, bamboozled.
Yeah, we don't want that at all, at all, at all. And we got great guests today.
Yeah.
Talking about what it takes to make it.
Then on top of that, you know, one of me and Munson shows, you know what? I'm doing a review on this show. If you haven't seen, Lovecraft was excellent last night. I did not see that. That came out of left field. That was so impactful last night. I love the way they started off with the Emmett Till story. Man,
There's a lot of stories in there. They have definitely gone back and given supernatural powers to the entire Black universe. So there is a Black universe somewhere in our minds and our spirits, but definitely.
Right. I think the one thing I've been trying to figure out, I keep missing the time frame, Munson. I keep missing the time frame that they're placing it in. Like I see it pop up on the screen sometimes, but I keep missing. This night? What is this? This 1930?
It's kind of somewhere between the 40s and 50s.
Okay.
We're talking about Lovecraft. Ebony, how are you?
Got to hit that mute button, right corner.
Good morning. I'm good, and yourself?
Hey, Ebony, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Oh, well, it's great to see you and have you here on Rolling Out AM, the wake up call.
Absolutely. It's definitely a pleasure. Thank you.
Ebony, if you don't wake up with that soft voice, it is 8 o'clock in the morning. We get it. You with me and Munson. You good. You can be as loud
today, Ebony. What's on the menu for breakfast today? Give us an idea.
Absolutely nothing. Nouveau is closed on Mondays.
No, we know that, but you ain't having breakfast yet?
No, just coffee and a couple of donuts. So
donuts.
Yeah. Monday's my cheat day.
Oh, Monday's her cheat day.
Monday's my cheat day.
See, let everybody know that you're a phenomenal entrepreneur. We're glad you're here. You're helping to sponsor the Rolling Out AM show this morning. But we want to talk about you being a serial entrepreneur, and you have this great restaurant, obviously. But for us, there are lots of people that want to know how you got to it, how you started, what brought you into the business.
I think my first step was just believing in myself. I think once we can truly believe in ourselves, the rest is history. Like once I learned my strength for real and I understood what I was capable of, the rest was literally history for me. I started my first project in real estate, got my first house. It went smooth. My second house was an absolute disaster. But I learned so much from my second experience that allowed me to open up my own real estate investment and invest in different states with real estate. And then I moved over to a transportation company and part owner of a salon, and then Nuvo, right? And that's how it all started. Honestly, I stepped out, believed in myself, left my job in corporate America to come over to Nuvo, to real estate. And from there, it's just been a blessing. Again, it's really just believing in yourself and learning your own strength.
Let me ask you this.
Yes,
So
sir.
me and you about to have a conversation with this soft voice and flowing hair in the morning time on a Monday. How does being a top DJ in the city of Atlanta, how does the new restaurant scene work? You know, pandemic, COVID, keeping staff one way, keeping customers another way. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a different juggle every week because something changes every single week. How does this new world work?
It does. It teaches you to adapt really quickly, right? You learn daily different things. When my customers come in my restaurant, it's automatic that they get hand sanitizer and they have to do a temperature check at the door. Along with my staff, when they're entering a restaurant, they have to do hand sanitizer, temperature check. My chefs have been tested for COVID. So we kind of monitor the kitchen. We have to limit how many people are in the kitchen, which makes the wait a little bit longer sometimes, depending on how busy we are. But every day you're learning the unknown. It's something different every day. We're now sanitizing way more than what we were. We were sanitizing initially, but now we have to break from our brunch to our dinner section to sanitize the whole restaurant so that our customers come in, they're safe, they're comfortable, and as well as my staff and myself, because I'm there every day as well. So I just want to make sure that everybody is safe. But honestly, it's been a ride.
Right. I appreciate that because a lot of people don't do that, and I definitely appreciate the fact that you actually take the time and the energy to say, "Hey, let's stop, let's do this," and
Oh,
then
absolutely.
and then reset every single day. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a lot, but we do it every single day so that everybody's protected. From my staff to my customers, we want everybody to stay as safe as possible. So, yeah, I mean, it's the unknown. Every day is something different. It's new guidelines. It's different ways to do things. So we're just learning as we go, and we're perfecting it every day.
So when you think about it, when you were developing your menu, what did you want to see on your menu when you first started, and how has that evolved? And let people know just why you picked CP.
My menu. I did a lot of changes on my menu. I wanted a lot of Chicago-based food, so I had to kind of adapt. Clearly, I'm from Chicago, so I had to adapt and change some things to what everybody would like, not just what Chicago liked. To me, Chicago has some of the best food in the world, and I wanted to share that with Atlanta. But now we've changed a lot of things, and due to COVID, when we shut down and just did takeout, we had to literally change our entire menu because my restaurant has never been a delivery restaurant since we've opened. We're coming up on 1 year. I'm super excited about that, y'all. We made it. We survived through the pandemic, so I'm extremely excited. Uh, but yeah, we had to change a lot on the menu. Like my favorite dish on the menu is the signature grits. So that's salmon, that's crab, that's shrimp on there with our house sauce with bell peppers, onions, and then it's dressed up with parsley and a little bit of our house seasoning. That's my absolute favorite dish. But when we were doing takeout, that's just not, I mean, in delivery, this is not a dish that people call in and say, hey, I want this for my family. So we had to kind of add new flavors to wings and do different things to lobster tails. And so we've made a lot of changes during this period to the menu, especially.
Yeah, but can people celebrate when you think about an anniversary, a birthday? What are some of the best occasions and that link up with that menu? Because lobster tails,
Oh, absolutely. What better way to celebrate life than lobster tails? Absolutely. Yes. You can, like for me, and what we've experienced with this unknown virus that came out of nowhere, what we've experienced is a lot of people left us, right? And in this time. So you got to enjoy yourself. So absolutely, if I'm out eating dinner when I would normally go and get an appetizer, no, I want steak, I want lobster, I want it all. So yeah, absolutely, you can enjoy yourself for birthdays. What better time than to have lobster tail for a birthday? We did a lot of things for the graduating class of 2020. So we cooked for them and did different dishes for them as well. So yeah, I definitely believe you can celebrate with lobster tails and ribeyes and jerk wings, whatever it is you want to celebrate with, but enjoy yourself, most importantly.
It's a good option. I mean, for many families have been locked in their homes, and you're in College Park, which is CP, and you're in Atlanta, or for me, friends who are just getting from the airport. I think you want to have solutions on how to eat coming off that airplane. Great, just cruise by, go by the bar, bring those lobster tails home so that your family can celebrate with you. But I think it's eating now seems like a special occasion. So I think you got a great.
I think we've learned to appreciate going out, period. Besides going to the grocery store, I think now we've learned to appreciate what it is to go out, even if it's just going out with a homegirl and just having a conversation. At this point, we just wanted to get out the house, literally. So I think that we all have a new level of appreciation of just coming out. Some of the things that we took for granted, we now understand how grateful we are for a lot of the things that we just took for granted. So now going out the house is a different experience, and we try to create an experience to all of our customers.
We're gonna have to talk about this best food ever, Chicago's.
Wait, say that one more time.
We're gonna have to have a conversation about this best food ever in Chicago. I don't know.
Absolutely, I stand firm on that. Absolutely, we can have a conversation any day about Chicago's food. Absolutely.
I remember that. Okay.
Well, there's no question about it. I mean, people travel the world just to come have popcorn. People travel the world just to have pizza. It's a solid spot. Now, when you think about it, and the ethnic influences in every neighborhood kind of affect what it is. I mean, from Harold's Chicken, if you want great Harold's Chicken, it automatically speaks to you. So the entire, and that's just from a chicken concept,
Agreed.
So I think, and it's solid. It's not one of those cheap spots. You're gonna get a little bit of food. You're gonna have something to take home. People want the value, and just because it's right in the Midwest, Romeo, a much warmer feel. But I think the translation is what you're bringing to your audience, how you're training your staff. But what have you learned about yourself being a restaurateur?
Ooh, what have I learned about myself? That out of being one person, I'm actually a lot of different people. You learn that in the restaurant industry. You're 5, 6 different things at one time when you're in the restaurant industry. Trust me, you're a coach, you're a leader, you're in the kitchen. You're so many different things at one time because you have to be able to train your customers on who you are and who your brand is. But you also have to be able to train your staff on your brand and how to help create the experience that Nouveau wants. So in my restaurant, I've learned that I'm literally 5 or 6 different people at one time. Never thought that could even happen, but until you have a restaurant, you'll understand, like literally you're 5, 6 different people, especially in the kitchen.
I'm glad you said that, because one of my final questions I was going to ask was, I'll give you this credit. What amazes me about you is the fact that I want to ask your mindset, your business mindset, because as a Black, strong, beautiful woman, as a person who runs a business, you have to wake up and lead every day. And people have to follow that lead every day. Out of everything that's going on in the world, even with your own, hurdles, hardships, or whatever you're going through, people still look to you to lead, right? What are your techniques? What are like 3 of your techniques that help you have a mindset to start your day?
My first thing I think about when I touch the floor in the morning is the people that's behind me, that's coming up behind me, the next generation, what I want them to see every day. And what I want to show my staff, I have a lot of entrepreneurs on my staff. Um, and so for me, I want to show them that every day, regardless of how hard it is, the whole month of March, we might have had 20 customers in my restaurant, which was, we were literally down like 93%. I went to work every single day as if it was 100 people in my restaurant, right? I learned, and I try to teach them that when the unknown happens, you have to adjust and adjust quickly. So for everybody that's looking at me, that's looking up to me, I want to let them know every day that for real, Black girl magic exists in every shape, form, and fashion. We have to get up and be solid every morning when we wake up. You have to be inspired. And what inspires me the most is just knowing that there's people that look up to me and that I'm able to show the way, and show them my journey and what steps I took to be successful in this journey. And granted, I have a long way to go. I haven't even touched grounds to where I want to be at, but I definitely want them to know that this is the road that you have to start every day you get up, when it's just you and God in a room, and you have to be solid and still act like it's 100 people in that room. March was the worst month of my restaurant being open, but I promise you, I went, my chef went, my bartender went, we went in there, it was just three of us. We went in there like it was 100 people in there. We started the day the exact same way. But what that allowed us to do is once we opened those doors for people to come back in and sit down, we were already ready because we learned something different every day without nobody being in the restaurant. So for me, it's just the people that's looking up to me, for me to be able to show them my journey and what it took for me to get to this point and what it's gonna take for me to get to the next place.
Understood.
Thank you.
Chicago. I'm gonna stop. Let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Maybe.
That's shade, but all right.
It's actually love, you know, at the end of the day, it's a wonderful, everybody wants to love on Chicago and where you're from. But I love the fact that as a Black female entrepreneur, you're just being an entrepreneur. And this is the moment of women and leadership. How would you describe your leadership style for those who want to know what it's like to be an entrepreneur, be in real estate, be in transportation, and be in the restaurant business?
For me, my leadership style, how I would describe it, every day I literally try and being a leader in the business that I'm in. I try to put myself in people that look up to me position, right? I try to give them what I wanted when I was following someone's lead. And that's just every day giving it 100%. In entrepreneur, everybody know you're gonna make some mistakes. You're gonna fall a couple of times. It just depends on how fast you get back up and how you get back up. And what you learn from that fall. I might have learned that in this fall, I fell a little bit harder and I fell because of X, Y, and Z. So for me as a leader, I just try to give them what someone gave me when I was learning. Like I had an amazing consultant in this path that had been in the restaurant industry and has a Chicago-based restaurant. Um, and I learned a lot from him. So the things that I learned from him, I try to give it back to the people that's looking to me for restaurant. When it comes to my real estate company, again, I had to learn all of that on my own without a consultant. So I try to show people every single day the things that I've learned. So to me, the best way of being a leader is showing people your mistakes as well as the success, the whole journey. And I try to be as transparent as I can when I'm showing that.
I love that. You know, honesty is real. I think the other thing is just being there. I mean, when you say that you were there in March, I think all entrepreneurs who owned and had to make a payroll had to make decisions.
Yes.
Like, you know, to make payroll in an empty place. I think the Black US Chamber talks about it. You know, the average entrepreneur has 1.1 employees in the Black community. So
Yes.
we're way too small, way too small. Scaling up your business, you've been able to scale, have employees. What's it like having to make that payroll when the business is not paying itself?
So for me, and I don't know if that's everybody's situation, I had already planned it for the unknown, not knowing this would happen, but I had already had payroll set up for a year. I had already had my rent for my restaurant set up for a year. So my staff never missed a beat. I made a commitment to my staff that I was going to keep by any means necessary. And I did that. But again, I had a plan in place, not knowing what was going to happen. I had already saved up for whatever happened so that my staff would be situated. These are people with families. And 1 month of being closed down affects them. That's a month of rent. That's a month of um, daycare, just providing for your kids, food, or whatever the case might be. So my entire staff, they never felt that. And
Yeah,
they
but
never.
but you doing it and being prepared, just watching it go out the door, it's a it was a tough decision.
Oh, it's tough. Absolutely.
It's a, and I think our community doesn't applaud. So I'm applauding you for just continuing to move, because there's year 2 and there's year 3. And the money for that savings, you don't want to take over the real estate, because that's not business.
No,
It's
it's
either
not.
making it or it ain't making it. And the whole team has to feel that way. You can't just make excuses because it's time to win.
Absolutely. Yes,
But
sir.
there's something else that I'm really proud about. You training. Why do you train your staff?
We have to. My staff is in training every Monday, right? My kitchen goes in training twice out the month. Now they were in training once out the month, so now they're in training twice out the month. It's important. I want them to understand my brand. I want them to understand my customers, most importantly, and I want them to understand the experience that I want all my customers to have. There's never enough training, because every day you're going to learn something new. So once we think we're trained, we're really not. So for me, a trained staff shows a real nouveau experience. So I try to make sure that, well, I don't try to make sure, every Monday we're in training. We learn something new about each other. Every Monday, we learn something new about the restaurant. We learn how to perfect something at the restaurant. I'm a believer that if you do something every day, you can't help but to perfect it. So if we're training every week, we're perfecting it as we go. So it might take a little bit longer, but we're perfecting it as we go. So training is very important for me.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make my way down there. When the world opened up, I'm gonna have to make my way down to this great, unbelievable restaurant with this Chicago style. I'm gonna have to make my way down. No, I'm actually impressed. I'm very impressed by
Thank
you.
you.
Very impressed by like how you handle your business. That right there, that speaks volumes in today's time, because you don't get the accolades that women get to see women bosses, and you are a boss. I like that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Well, next Monday, let's come on and talk about the menu of life, how you apply life in the menu and think about it as a menu, obviously, and share at that point the menu with our audience, and just kind of welcome them into the mind of an entrepreneur. And then the following week, we want to talk about real estate, because it is important that you be able to understand our community needs to own real estate. Everybody should definitely own a home. So I want to talk to you about that. Women in Wealth, 2 weeks from now, and obviously life as a menu, how you pick, how you serve, and let's just walk through that next week, Monday. Thank you so much for all that you do as an entrepreneur. We welcome you to Rolling Out AM's family. We look forward to you. Give me a call sometime later today. And I appreciate you. Thanks so much, everybody.
Miss Ebony, Chicago.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ebony, we'll see you soon. We'll see you next Monday. Thank you.
Soon. Thank you.
Peace. It's going out AM and Wake Up Call, Romeo International, Munson Steve.
Hey man, good business, man. Good conversation. Good way to learn, man. Learning. I think the one thing I took from that is there's never a day to stop learning. You can always learn. Learning is free, and learning is free. Learning don't cost you a thing. It's free. So you guys need to make sure that y'all check out Nouveau Bar and Grill, College Park, Georgia. Look it up. Google is free. You know that? And welcome to the Rolling Out AM. Shout out Sheldon Sean. Elizabeth Jarco, Iris Baker, I see you in the building.
Iris.
Tashia Taylor. Man, I'm butchering names this morning, but it's Monday. Troy Hall, Kimberly Rhodes, good morning, good morning. Peter Bueller, good morning, man.
Hey, Peter, what's happening?
Glad y'all.
AM.
Yeah. We're gonna jump into the social report. It's the Rolling Out AM social report. Wherever we go, I'm gonna go because wherever she takes us, Ashley is the best. Let's start with this. This is I don't know where this is going, but it's interesting. After the debate, New York City has had a long line since the debate in the passport line. Basically, basically after the debate, a lot of people went to their local place and they are trying to get their passport. Now, I guess people are preparing for the possibility of something might happening, and they might be just saying, "Hey, we out of here." So, I have one already. I know Mr. Steve has one already. Hey, man, you might want to get a passport, people. You know, it's good to have one anyway. It's good to have one anyway. But that's what happened in NY City. Next up on the docket, before we get there and rock it, shout out to Donald Glover, man. Donald Glover welcomes his third child with his longtime girlfriend, and they revealed that they're considering adopting. Now, this was running socially because with everything that's going on, a lot of people tried to attack Donald Glover and the fact that he's in a relationship with a woman from another race. It's 2020, people. If that is still bothering you in 2020, you got a long, long, long journey to take because that is the most minuscule thing ever. If you're still worried about who's dating who and what color of who is dating who, that's a problem. I'm just gonna let you know right now. So shout out to Donald Glover on their child and their fact they're looking into adopting as well. What up, Janice Simmons? I see you. Next up, we got wherever Ashley go, man. Now this is interesting, Mr. Steed. I found this. So Geneva, Switzerland introduced last Thursday that they're going to begin today. The new minimum wage is $25 an hour, which is more than $4,000 a month. Now, I do not know how many people live in Geneva, Switzerland. I will do my homework to get that, guys, to you. But they have raised their minimum wage to $25 an hour for essential workers during this COVID time. So if you're an essential worker and you're in Switzerland, whatever is essential, police, firemen, Walmart. I don't even know if they got a Walmart over there, but essential workers, congratulations to you guys. I might have to fly over to Switzerland and see what they got going on over there, because apparently that is a good thing. Lily Brown says communism. Well, black.
That's social for sure. It's definitely socialism.
Yeah,
it's definitely socialism. Small country, about it's smaller than Atlanta. So
okay.
when you think of it, and Swiss bank accounts, how many African dictators funds are over there, how many people that have been evading taxes for generations are they helping over there, which clearly doesn't help anybody else that they're oppressing. How many dictators in Africa have money in Swiss banks or have had, so as much as it's peace, as much as it's murder.
It's an independent?
Yeah.
It's independent? Okay, got you.
But I'm just saying, they're known for their Swiss watches, their Swiss bank accounts.
Right.
A lot of blood on those bank accounts.
Yep, definitely on that one. Definitely on that one. And the fact that somehow they have become, like you said, with the Swiss watches and some of the clothing brand, how they've become a trend in our community, and they don't even support us. So I need to make sure y'all keep an eye on that as well. Next up, though, before we get out of here, I think we got one more. Others. Shout out to Leela Brown. So our home, I don't even know what to call him. Our homeboy, I guess, Joe Biden swung by Atlanta on his presidential campaign. He has tapped in Ludacris, Monica, Jermaine Dupri, Young Jeezy. They're in the process of recording a "Get Out the Vote" ad, focusing on Black voters in a battleground state. Joe Biden swung by ATL, I heard over the weekend, and encouraged the hip hop community to actually get supporters out there to vote. Now, I'll say this: I don't care whether it's a song. I'm just gonna tell you, just this is my thing. I don't care if it was a song, a tap dance. I don't care if you beatboxing. You need to get out there and vote anyway. I don't need to, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good and it's great and it's encouraging. But I don't need a song to tell me to vote. I need for everybody to make sure they get up off their ASS, put your shoes on, go register to vote, go down to the poll. Or like Munson said, if you're sending your ballot in, make sure that you're reading and paying attention to it. Make sure you're going to a secure location, and make sure you take a picture of yourself at that secure location to make sure that your vote is counted. So, shout out to Jermaine Dupri, Monica, Young Jeezy, them for doing what they're doing. But we want y'all to vote, period. We ain't gonna give y'all no song. Except Keep the Faith. That's the only song we giving y'all to go vote. Keep the faith and go vote. That was supposed to be the drop right there. Actually, it was okay. No, my fault. I should have told you.
Tomorrow, we do it tomorrow. Clearly, I know Ashley's working on birthdays, so we can pull the birthday, so we can say happy birthday to everybody. Got an interesting kind of concept for everybody in the community where people are doing poetry and talking about forgiving and the relationship between Black men and Black women. So what is the new relationship between Black men and Black women? We talked about, should a woman be able to get on her knees and actually ask a man to get married? What are the new roles that you like and dislike about Black and male and female relationships? What do you think the one you don't like the most right now, Romeo?
The one that I don't like the most right now is the fact that it's not it seems like relationships are not a shared thing. Like you always see, and I hate saying this, you always see the floss of it, the spending of the money. I'm buying her this, I'm giving her this, I'm showering her with this. And then, from the male point of view, you don't see no males getting showered. Ain't no males, ain't no guys getting money to go get their nails done and their toes done. So I think it's weird that relationships have become more of a time passing than an actual relationship. Like I just want to be in this relationship to pass the time. That's it's just
what you think, Iris Baker? Tell us what you think. What are the great gains that Black men and women have made, and what are the current issues that Black men and women have in their relationships that we aren't talking about, but everybody's experiencing? Give us your insight. Tell us where you're at. Really key.
You know what's so funny? I actually had a friend who was watching last week. He was like, Romeo, when the last time you've been to a wedding? And I was like, man, I haven't been to like the traditional form of a wedding. I have not been to one in forever. I've seen 5 billion what's those reveal things with the blue and the pink? I've seen 5 billion reveal parties, but I have not been to an actual wedding in a long time. So
But what do you think in a wedding, Romeo? I mean, the whole idea you being in a wedding sounds good.
Do you think it's more? Let me ask you this: do you think today, in today's time, in 2020, do you think that it's more of a agreement or a passing of the time, or it's just something to do?
No, I don't. I mean, I think it's a competitive time. So many people are competing. You got lots of things competing right now. People's ambitions, people, friends, or social requires attention. And then commitment. You've had a microwave generation. Now you got a like generation, and you got an Instagram generation. You got a whole uh, program that you're watching. You've got a lot of competitive ideas happening all at one time.
I like that. It did go from microwave to a like generation. Like, hey, this relationship not gonna work unless 100 people like this photo. Huh? What? Time out. It ain't about us. It's about the look. So nah, I 100% agree with you. But I'm definitely all for it, man. I think that I would love to hear Rolling Out's opinion. Everybody on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, man. Let us know. I guess the question is, is it do you still believe in relationships today? What's the question?
Yeah, I think you gotta ask that question. Janice Simmons, what you think?
Yeah, Janice Simmons, what you think? Barbara, what you think? Definitely want to hear from the fellas. I want to hear from the fellas too, man. I need all the fellas to check in and let me know. What do you guys think about relationships today? But and it's just a question. Me and Munson, we equal opportunity. Hey, whatever you feel, whatever your opinion is your opinion. Share your opinion.
It's a good time to talk about it because you got lots of time in the house. The good thing is lots of virtual things happening. Our next guest is coming. Bring us the truth on what is happening that we can all enjoy as a Black community. There typically our homecomings are something we enjoy. So hopefully I'll bring on our new guest.
Just checking in. Plus, fellas, don't forget, man, it's the perfect time to go on a virtual date. It won't cost you that much. Matter of fact, it won't cost you. Iris Baker says, I think that if you focus on your relationship and keep people out of your business, you can make a relationship work. But I would not be getting down on my knees to ask anyone to marry me. You have to work together. You and know what you want to expect in a relationship. Kathleen Collins says, I've noticed more young Black kings lifting up their queens, committing. Two can get it better than one. Okay. But our guest is here, Miss McNair.
Doctor,
where you going?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Wonderful to see you on this beautiful Monday morning.
Oh, Dr. McNair, phenomenal to see you. RHBCU, you guys are doing such a great job. Introduce yourself to our audience. We are so proud of you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lily McNair, and I'm president of Tuskegee University in Tuskegee, Alabama. Wonderful to be here.
That's the energy I need. I like that energy. That's the energy I want.
You need it on a Monday morning, right?
Say it again. RHBCU.
That's right.
Program happening your way. Really celebrating homecoming. What is a Tuskegee homecoming like?
Oh my goodness. Well, this year homecoming is going to be a little different because it's going to be virtual. We're really following COVID mitigation guidelines. But boy, if you have never been to a Tuskegee University homecoming, you have never been to a homecoming. This little town grows with about 30,000 guests, alumni, friends. They come for the whole weekend. They fill up the town. They come to the game. There are parties. It is just fabulous. I have never seen anything like that in my life. And I've been to a lot of HBCU homecomings too, but you have to come to a Tuskegee homecoming.
Well, people can come this year at our HBCU. You got a virtual homecoming happening, so that's going to be exciting. What you got planned and what you going to wear?
Oh, well, lots of different outfits. Well, I'm going to do a State of the University address for our alums and for anybody who wants to hear what's happening on campus. We're going to have parties. We're going to have games. We're going to have DJs. We're working on different types of of events with famous DJs hosting parties. And
Okay.
you know what? And all of the classes want to get together and have their own get-togethers and parties. That's what homecoming is all about. People come for the game, but if there's no game, the classes get together and they reunite with each other. And that's what it's all about. So they have virtual reunions. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So everything is being planned right now. We're going to have some panelists with some of our alums talking about different issues. So we get to see what our alums are up to. So it'll be a great time for everybody.
I like this, Dr. McNair. I didn't go to your school. It's my fault. I should have went there. I understand.
That's okay. You can send your kids there.
Okay,
Send
I
your
got
kids
you.
there. Okay.
I want to ask you though, like, because we talk about this every week, with homecoming and and students and staff, and when you had to make the hardcore decision about COVID, how you're gonna operate, how we're
Right.
gonna move along. Like how was that process for you to have all of that in your hand,
Oh
the
boy.
entire campus?
You know what a stressful time. I worked with the cabinet, with faculty, with a committee, and we discussed the pros and cons. We discussed the risks. We discussed what we had to do to keep our students and faculty safe. And in light of all of this, we decided, because we did a survey of students, and students wanted to come back. After going home in March, doing everything online, the majority of students said they wanted to come back to campus. And we wanted to give them that academic and co-curricular opportunity. We're Tuskegee University. We're going to figure out a way to make the best of this and make sure our students are safe. And thank God we put in policies and procedures and requirements. So for example, if you come onto campus, you have to have a mask. You have to have your temperature taken. We have an app now so that it checks everybody's symptoms and so on. So we're staying on top of things. We're doing testing to make sure that we catch COVID before it catches us. And thank God, knock on wood, our rates are very, very low. And as a matter of fact, there was an article that was done last week or the week before in Inside Higher Ed, showing that students at HBCUs have lower rates of COVID infections because there is that sense of tough love and taking care of each other and the community, because we know how disproportionately we've been infected by COVID. So you don't see the high rates of COVID infections as you see at other universities at HBCUs. So we're really proud of that. Our students are doing a fantastic job of looking out for each other and taking care of each other, because they know what this disease can do to our community.
I like that.
And we've got our HBCU celebration. We want to talk about it. You've got a time on the 8th. People can tune in and check you out. This is an exciting moment, and we want our community to be able to know that at 7 p.m. they can tune in and check out our HBCU Educates.
That's right. These are all of the wonderful presidents of HBCUs in Alabama. Great people, and great colleagues.
What are you looking forward to the most? What are you looking forward to?
For homecoming?
Yes.
Seeing all the alums come back and interact with the students. That's what I think is so invigorating. You know, students have no idea what it's going to be like to be an alum one day. And then they connect with other alums and you see that electricity go off. And it's a wonderful feeling because the alums say, oh yeah, I remember when I was a sophomore. I remember when I was a senior. Now you make sure you do this, and this. And the students are like, okay, I'm gonna listen to you. I have my future ahead of me. And you see that kind of connection, and I love it. I love it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, man.
It
HBC.
will
It
be.
is.
It will
I
be.
can't wait to hear all you presidents talk about your vision that you have all collectively for all the schools in Alabama. I mean, you guys in Coke United are creating a whole virtual homecoming for your students
That's
together.
right. That's right.
What's that camaraderie feel like when you just know that you're helping future generations in our community with internships at Coke United, being able to live their dreams, have grill masters, have DJs?
It's the best feeling in the world. It's the reason why I do what I do. You know, I look back at my career and I think, you know, we all had different choices to make. And I feel I made the best choice because to be part of the development and the future growth and advancement of mostly young people, but not all young people, people who are learning and moving forward, is the best feeling in the world. What other way to help our community? I love it. It's very gratifying, very gratifying. And it's going to be so gratifying to be on the panel, to be with other presidents who have similar concerns and similar feelings about their students and their communities. We're all in this together, and it's a great, great feeling.
We want everybody to tune in to our HBCU, where you can get more of Dr. McNair. She's going to share her vision. If you're talking to a parent or the parents that are watching, why should they pick Tuskegee or an HBCU to educate their child?
You know, HBCUs have a historic value in the African American community. HBCUs have been here to educate all of us, even before people believed that we were worthy of an education. So you get the strong education, a rigorous academic background with the love and the nurturing that comes from being part of an African American family. When you have that combination, students really excel. And we see that. We see, for example, that there are more Black PhDs that come from HBCUs than come from predominantly white institutions. More Black physicians who come from HBCUs as undergraduates than come from predominantly white institutions. And what does that tell you? We give the strongest foundation that any African American student could ever have.
I love that. I think the very value triples. There's a national network when you think of the engineers that are made. But for those who don't know, many people don't know who founded Tuskegee, the history. Give us a 4-minute, our HBCU moment of the history of Tuskegee.
Tuskegee University was founded in 1881 by Booker T. Washington, who believed that it was most important to educate people by educating the head, the heart, and the hand. So you have book knowledge that comes through your head, and then you have your heart, which really looks out for your community. And then you have the hand. You want to apply what you're learning in the real world. So this is the kind of foundation for learning that all of our students have. Now, I want to give you some points of pride about Tuskegee. Very often people think about the Tuskegee Airmen, and that's about it. But our story is much more historic than that. For example, did you know that Tuskegee educates more officers, more African American officers in the military than all of the service academies combined? All of West Point, the Naval Academy, and so on. Tuskegee educates them. We've got all of the ROTC branches here, and we're very, very strong in military leadership. Did you know that Tuskegee educates over 75% of all African American veterinarians? They come through our vet school.
Say it loud.
Yes, that's right. They come through our vet school.
Say it loud. I'm Tuskegee and proud.
That's right. And the TV show that you see, I don't know the name of it, but there's 2 African American vets on television. They were educated at Tuskegee University. Tuskegee has the only aerospace engineering program of all HBCUs, and we educate more material science engineers than any other school in African American in the country. And we educate the majority of African American architects in the country. I know, you're surprised. I can see the look
No,
on your
not even
faces.
close.
So
Not
there's a
surprised.
story.
Not-
There's a
I just
story.
wanted to share because I enjoy the vet life, which is
Okay, that's what it's called, the vet life.
vet
Okay.
life.
I
and
don't get to
enjoy-
watch TV that much.
Me either, but Google tells it all. You got some business, they probably gonna put it on Google.
That's right. That's right. The vet
just
life.
knew that
Those
the
are our
impact-
alums.
Yeah, the impact and the value that you offer to this society.
That's
I
right.
want to thank Tuskegee for all that it does. Not only leadership, veterinarians, engineers. If you think about African Americans in space, you got to think
That's
about
right.
flying, aviation.
That's
We know
right.
that's a part of
Absolutely.
the mission of you and Booker T. Washington. We just want to say thank you, a special thanks for all you do. For everybody tuned in, register for our HBCU. It's happening coming up soon. We'll also be with Dr. McNair and all the presidents from Alabama participating in our HBCU. So look out for it. Look out for Dr. McNair at 7:00 p.m. on
Thank
the
you.
8th. We want to thank you this morning for coming on Rolling Out
Thank you.
AM.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to
Talk to
seeing
you
you
real soon.
again.
You
I'm gonna
will.
get-
Thank you.
Take care. Have a great week.
You got it. Rolling Out AM. It is
Okay.
happening here. Thanks to Dr. McNair and everyone making it happen at Tuskegee, doing such a phenomenal job to
Thank
affect
you.
our society and allow our community to grow.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You
See
got
you
it.
soon. See you at homecoming.
I'll be there.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And just so everybody that's watching, man, you can go to rollingout.com. You can go to Rolling Out Instagram, Twitter, and sign up for HBCU, our HBCU homecoming, man. I didn't know. I didn't know Tuskegee had all that. I didn't know. I need to do my homework and get out there and make sure. But our HBCU is right now on rollingout.com and all Rolling Out social platforms. So make sure you check in. Shout out Valerie Goods, Daryl Thomas, Elan, Eddie, Faith Morris. Love hearing about Tuskegee, such a strong history. Dr. McNair is awesome. Shout out to Brent Reborn. What's up, Brent? Good to see you back, man. To see the Ellis, and last but not least, but least but not last, all in the building, Yvonne Dyer. Good morning, man. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM. Well, actually, you own it, boy. The Vet Life. Y'all heard her. Make sure you check out the Vet Life.
Yeah, the
But we
impactor, and check out our HBCU. Ash, pull up that flyer just so everybody understands. We got the grill masters, you got the DJs, all participating live. So it's a great moment, great time.
Leela Brown, to go back to the relationship conversation, as we show this first, our HBCU educates.
Now we need
Serving
the
our-
grill masters and the DJs so people know where to go register.
So serving our communities during uncertain times. The grill master Jeremy George in the building. And make sure you guys sign up. I'll be posting the link today. To the relationship question, Leela Brown says, relationships are fun. I have no interest in marriage nor having children. I'm more interested in rebuilding and restoring my family's estate. I feel you, Leela Brown. Let's have some fun in a relationship. No need to lock down, lock in. Have fun and build.
Have fun and build. Have fun and build.
But I need some of my fellas to check in on this relationship question, man. Fellas, I need to hear y'all
I
voices.
see Amir Shaw out there checking in.
Amir, I need to hear your voice. Need you guys to let us know what's going on, what you think, and how you feel. The question of the day is, do you still believe in relationships in 2020? Do relationships still exist in 2020? Is it okay? Is it okay for a woman to propose in 2020? I want y'all to remember, we're talking about 2020, not not 1720, 2020. Is it okay for a woman to propose if she feels the need to?
And everybody share the show. If you're watching, push share. Share the show, add a number one. Tell us your favorite individuals who've been on the show. Also, be sure to vote. I think everybody is trying to make sure that everybody's voting there, Romeo.
Hey, that's the only thing we pushing. We pushing peace and purpose, and we pushing vote up until the election, and we pushing vote after the election. We're pushing educate your vote. Know who and why and what you are voting for. People, don't just hit the box. I guarantee you, do not go in there and just hit the box. Know who's on your box. Because I will admit, I used to be a person who just, let me just hit this box over here. No, can't do that no more. Gotta pay attention to policy. Gotta pay attention to who you're putting in position, who are regulating the laws on the request that you need. So we need that definitely to be aware of. Vote secure, and vote proud. Shout out Shirley Jones, John Dorsey, and Christina Flores Fuentes. That is the longest name. Oh, that is really a long name. And Anna Christina Flores Fuentes. It's a long name, but I got it. But we're glad y'all here this morning with the Rolling Out AM wake up call. Muncie Steve, Romeo International. It's Monday. Yeah, we know it's light, but we here. We up. We been up.
No, we're here having a ball with you guys. That's a good thing. It is COVID. It is COVID. It is clear that we now know that the president of the United States has COVID.
And you know what?
Why do you think guys think he got COVID? Like, why do you think he got COVID?
You know what? I've seen the social all weekend. I've seen the conspiracy. Well, he doesn't have it. Okay. Well, I told somebody, let's for hypothetical reason. Let's say he doesn't have it. Even if he doesn't have it, he's putting on the best show ever to say that he has it. So technically, he's still making people aware that COVID is real, which contradicts his previous statement. So if it's fake or not, hey, he making it real to the people. But clearly it is not a game and it's nothing to play with. Shout out to all our first responders. Clearly it's not a game.
No, it better not be a game. But I think that the whole idea that you didn't have to wear a mask is out the door.
I love Iris Baker. Iris Baker said, prove it, Muncie. If he got it, prove it.
You think he was going for sympathy, Iris? You think he was just going for sympathy?
That is a big sympathy play. I mean, what's so crazy, Muncie? I watched it and I was like, okay, he's on quarantine. I watched the announcement from the doctor. I think hours later, they had a picture of him in the Oval Office or someplace working. I was like, hey man, I don't think COVID works like that. I really don't think you can catch it and go back to work. I don't know if it works like that, but hey man, election day is 2 weeks or two. Ashley, tell me if I'm wrong. Election day is 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away. And we're definitely going to be tuned in this Wednesday for she said she still thinks it's a joke. Iris said she still thinks it's a joke. November the 3rd, man. This is the last month, people.
We're inside of 30 days, everybody. Push it out so we can push him out.
Definitely, man.
Push it out so you can push him out. Get out the vote.
And watch this this Wednesday. This Wednesday, 8:00, 9:00, Eastern, 9:00 Eastern. Kamala Harris, Vice President Pence, go toe to toe. I feel sorry for Buddy. He ain't gonna get this one. So This is get your popcorn. This is gonna be this is gonna be the second episode of the first episode, but I guarantee you, Pence ain't gonna get this one. He still think it's a joke, Romeo. Irish Baker say he still think it is a joke, Romeo. You right. He still think it's a joke. He gonna find out real soon how real it is. So mask up, sanitize. We had W Fresh on a month ago. Wash your hands. It only takes 20 seconds to wash your hands thoroughly. And we're gonna get that great information out there to you guys. Hello, Betty. But we got another guest coming up, man. Welcome to Rolling Out AM morning show. Make sure you check out the brand new cover released last week. It's really dope. Sukiana. Like Sukiana. I like Sukiana.
She tells the truth. For her, she lives in her truth. If you haven't checked out Sukiana, definitely want to do that for sure, for certain.
Yeah. Great job, Amir Shaw, on that cover conversation. And she was at Ride. Make sure you check out. I'm not sure if we have it up and ready for you guys, but definitely want you guys to check out all the scenes and all the interviews from Ride. When we drop those, we want to keep y'all in the mix. What up, Jan? What up, Lavonda Hill, Jane Mingo? D Shields take the test. You know your status, don't assume. D Shields says take the test. Know your status, don't assume. You're right, D Shields. You're absolutely right. Some of y'all take the test. Who's taking the virus though? Who's gonna take the shot though? Let me know. Let me know that. If you're taking the first shot, or definitely take your flu shot. It is flu season.
Who's taking the flu shot? You taking the shot?
Oh, sir, I am not. No,
Irish Baker, you taking the flu shot?
I am not. That is an interesting twist. I've been asked to. I've been told to.
Irish Baker, you taking the test?
Somebody gotta step up and do something. So we gotta figure that part out as well. I just think the way the state of the world is right now, everybody's skeptical. Everybody's skeptical. Iris said hell. Iris said hell no. She said hell no. Not taking no shot. Oh, Iris, I love you. I love you in the morning time. What up, D?
All right, so there are lifetime achievements. How many of you actually appreciate Walter Mosley? Let's give him a check. Walter Mosley got a lifetime award from the National Lifetime Achievement. What do you guys see? The National Book Foundation. What's your favorite Walter Mosley books?
Shout out to Walter Mosley.
Yeah, did you like A Devil in a Blue Dress, Romeo?
You know what? He wrote. I saw the movie.
Did you like that movie?
I did. I saw two versions of the movie. I'm trying to. Now you're finna make me think. I do remember seeing two versions of the movie. One was a classic. I remember the classic, and I remember the one. Was Denzel in the second one?
Yeah. Shirley, what's your favorite Denzel? Iris Baker, what's your favorite Walter Mosley book and movie? D Shields, tell us, before we all pour some apple cider vinegar right now. She said instead of a flu shot, get you some apple cider vinegar and some black seed oil. I don't know how many of y'all are on black seed oil out there, but can you get on a little black seed oil?
Connie Samuel says, I love the All Easy Rollins books. Okay.
Yes. I love Mouse. The character Mouse was my favorite. How about you, Connie? Did you like Mouse?
All my readers are checking in this morning. Okay. I like this.
Easy Rollins. He gave us a lot. a beautiful body of work. Definitely big ups to him. Much love to him. I think the award's necessary.
But also, Mr. Steed is making reading fun again. So he definitely has blackbookstore.com.
Yeah, blackbookstore.com. If you want to buy a Walter Mosley book now, you can go to blackbookstore.com. You can come see our new Peace and Purpose Black coloring book. Did you get a coloring book, Shirley, or Iris Baker? Do you have the latest Peace and Purpose coloring book from blackbookstore.com?
Yeah.
Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But no, I love Walter Mosley. Truly is a visionary. His breath, the culture that he captures, truly gives and highlights a true voice for Black people. I mean, the culture is so real. I've always enjoyed his series.
Yeah, I need to definitely venture off. I need to definitely venture off of my graphic novel reading and check that out. I'm definitely just let everybody know I am a reader. I'm a graphic novel reader. Though. I love graphic novels. One of my professors said something that triggered me. He said, find what you love and expand your reading on that. So graphic novels, I was already into fantasy and comics and you know Marvel, DC universe, and got into graphic novels, and those are some really great stories, like some full-on stories. So definitely gonna check out Walter Mosley, and definitely gonna check out um, what me and Muscle was talking about earlier. Because now that I keep seeing it, I'm starting to think, is Lovecraft Country an actual book? Might not see it. Like I know they had a.
Well, you got to get Miss Smollett on the show, Romeo.
You know what? I am gonna reach out to her again. Matter of fact, I am gonna reach out to the cast again. I think that is dope. And the excellent job. I'm gonna find out the young lady's name, the young Black actress last night. Excellent job. I was tweeting about her earlier this morning that you guys need to keep an eye on. The young lady's name is Jada Harris. Jada Harris is a young Black actress. She is on Lovecraft Countries, and she is excellent, man. Great job. Iris Baker, I love Devil in a Blue Dress and Snowfalls. Okay.
Snowfall's the truth.
Okay.
I like Snowfall better than Power.
Oh man, I like both evenly now. Like I got to talk about Power today on social, man. Don't I like Power?
No, I enjoy Mary J. Blige. I want to see it. I'm not sure we need another drug laced. This is how you succeed, selling the bag while you're in college, where our community thinks that's a good idea. Family beef on who's going to be the kingpin. Seems like an old narrative again. The only thing that's greenlit right now that's serious and dramatic, drugs, music, and I'm not certain.
You have to break it down like that, but I see your point, and yeah, I do. Power is soft and lost, Captain. Yes, Snowfall is the bomb. Okay, yeah, I am a Snowfall fan as well. I'm curious. I can honestly say I've enjoyed every single season. D Shield says I'm loving Woke on Hulu and The Boys. Oh, you like The Boys? D Shield says she liked The Boys.
Yeah, we had to have Lazarus at Ride. We have to bring him on for morning show. Get him to come on the morning show so everybody can meet him. He's the brother on the show. The Boys is definitely rocking. Number one in the world. Number one series in the world is The Boys.
I have not seen Woke yet. I'm not sure if Mrs. Steed has, but I've not seen.
I've been invited to watch. You talk about I've been invited to watch Woke, so I might consider it. You know, I like the premise. It was just a little cat funny to me, so I'm not didn't quite hit me dog funny. I like cat funny, so I don't like cat funny. So it seemed a little catty, but we'll see. I like the idea of everybody getting woke though. That that definitely has a place in my heart, just being woke. And I think that calls to action, those who are woke. So I'll check it out. I'll at least watch two of them.
Yeah.
Just kind of connect with you, and I'll let you know by next weekend where I'm at.
Do the same thing. I'll give it 2. You know what? You know what's an excellent show? I don't know if you've seen this. Chris Rock and Fargo, the new season of Fargo, where they're talking about the 1940s Kansas City. It's either 1840s, I think it's 1840s, Kansas City diversity between Black America, Italian American, and white American. Fargo with Chris Rock is pretty dope. Brent, Woke is dope. You need to check that out. Iris says, I do watch The Boys. And D Shield says, last is Mother's Milk. I love him. I don't know what that is, D Shield, but we'll let him know that he's Mother's Milk. I don't know. You're gonna have to explain that one. It's too early on a Monday for that. Shout out to everybody, man. Checking in, man. We love the comments. All my fellas, Brent, you know what? Brent, since you checking in, I still need my fellas to check in on this relationship question. I still need to know, do you still believe in relationships in 2020? Do you think it's okay for women to propose in 2020? Keep in mind, 2020. Do you still think it's okay for women to propose if they feel the need to or find the need to? So, yes, D. last name is on the show. Yes, last is on The Boys. He is The Boys. What are you talking? He is The Boys. His character, and I can't think of the actor's name. It just slipped my mind. They have the best. So appreciate everybody.
Let's pull up birthdays. I know we had some.
Oh, Mother's Milk is his character's name. The way you said it. The way you said it, D Shields, was last is Mother's Milk. I thought you was trying to go somewhere with that. Got you. Hey, happy birthday. Shout out to Brooke Valentine, from formerly Love and Hip Hop LA, and she used to be one of the top female artists, and the legendary, the man, the myth, Bernie Mac. It is Bernie Mac's birthday. Kings of Comedy, the man who set the trend, who set the bar. Happy birthday to the two of them, and happy birthday to everybody on this Monday. If you're celebrating a birthday, because that's when the song is supposed to drop, like right now.
We got balloons, yeah. The cake is on the way. Because this your holiday. Woo, we're excited. Hey, come along. Come. What's happening?
We was halfway there. We was halfway there. But happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday to everybody celebrating a birthday. Definitely big happy birthday to Bernie Mac, man. That's him. I think him, Steve Harvey, DL Hughley, Cedric Entertainer. They set the bar. They if anybody well, hold up. I'm not gonna say they set the bar, because you have your classic Eddie Murphys, your Red Foxes, but they actually, I think they began the group the group touring trend, comedy special that everybody's following suit to now. So shout out to Bernie Mac, man. Happy birthday, man. Definitely.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful time for all those people. Whatever your zodiac sign is right now, it's your birthday. So all those who are celebrating, if you're a Libra, then go ahead and celebrate. If not, you can celebrate too. If you just want to celebrate your birthday again, given that it's COVID, and many of us have been inside, so you can celebrate your birthday every day. So you might as well just not blow the candles out, just have the candles right there, don't light them up, and just claim every day it's your birthday, since it is Groundhog Day every day while we're in COVID for the next 18 months. Who's going to take the shot? Is D. Baker going to get the shot? Did she say she's getting the shot?
The hell no. That's what her reply was. She's not taking no shots.
Where is Shirley Carter? Has Shirley Carter checked in yet?
Shirley Carter has not checked in yet. John Selden, LaBria McGee has checked in, and Selma Preston has checked in, but no Shirley Carter, man, has checked in as of
What's
yet.
up, Roosevelt? And what's happening? Thanks. Share the show, everybody.
That's what I was waiting on. Brent said this is his perspective. I believe relationships are what you make of it during this time of COVID-19. That's what I'm talking about, Brent. It's exactly
gotta make sure that we're here. And Brent, tell us why and how the best ways are to make a relationship, so that we know. Give us some tips. What are your famous tips for a good relationship, Brent? And Shirley, Iris, what are your tips for establishing a great relationship during COVID?
Yeah. So this is interesting.
You're watching Rolling Out AM, Romeo International, Munson Steve. We're coming to you live today, and we're trying to figure out how to have the best relationship. Black male, black female today. It's coming your way. It's Rolling Out AM.
Munson and Romeo, when are your birthdays? Well, Iris, let me tell you something. My birthday is epic. My birthday is actually on Valentine's Day. I was born on Valentine's Day. You cannot forget that. Romeo, Valentine's Day is epic. So that is my birthday, February 14th.
I am a July birthday, early. When you think about it, early July.
Munson kick off the summer. Munson, look, I bring y'all love and he kicks off y'all summer. So
That's
y'all
it.
should be. You remember, if you remember when is my summer gonna kick off? Munson's birthday is when your summer kicks off. So you should be able to enjoy that. Everybody. But no, I agree with
tips, Brent. We need some tips on how to have.
Oh, Brent's birthday was on Valentine's Day as well. Okay. But I gotta agree though. I gotta go back. I do agree with Brent. You know, relationship these days is what you make it. So hey, we either finna be together or not. This is not a debatable choice during these times. Look, what you want to do. And you know what? Let me tell you. I think everybody forgot, because Munson actually said this earlier last week. There's nothing wrong with clarity. Like, there's nothing wrong with, men or women saying, hey, if we in this is what I need. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's we don't need to figure it out. I'm gonna tell you exactly what
I think you got a birthday mate, Romeo.
What we at? Faith Morris, Valentine's birthday. Faith. Me and you, Faith. It's me and you. These years, relationships. My bad. It's the 13th. Got it, Romeo Munson. My daughter's birthday is the 4th of July. You on a holiday too?
She's close. I'm 5 days after. She's close.
Trust me, I understand your pain too. I know
she's smart.
Queen D Shields. I am currently in a relationship with my Queen D Shields. Brent Reborn and D Shields, are y'all? Is this our first Rolling Out Facebook relationship? What's going on? I didn't know. We didn't know, man. That's a beautiful thing. You will learn more about your partner simply because you are together more without distractions. It can bring you closer or open eyes. I guarantee that.
I want everybody to share the show. We need lots of shares so people can see what we're doing with you guys. But if nothing else, when you're closer in COVID, what have you learned about your partner? What have you learned about your partner that you didn't know while you were in COVID?
Ooh, look, Team Reborn is engaged. You guys are engaged? Wow. So Mr. Shields and Brent Reborn are engaged. That's what's up. You know what? We might have to bring y'all on to talk about this new love in 2020. We might have to do that. Nah, but that's actually was a great question, Munson. What have you learned? I'm not even in a relationship, but what I've learned is attention. Some of y'all need a lot of attention. I don't even see, man. I'm not just saying women, but I'm directing this towards women. Some of y'all need a lot of attention. And 24 hours a day in the same house. Woo, boy. Brent, you down? Okay.
My
Man,
brothers.
Who is this?
What's up, Amir? What you doing sneaking in here, brother?
Man, I saw y'all having so much fun. I said I need to go ahead and join this fun, man. I need to join some of this fun this morning, man. This good morning.
Morning, man, on this Monday.
Right.
Hey, man, glad you're here, man. What's a relationship in 2020, AR? What's
hey,
a 20?
man, you know, I'm trying to stay COVID free. I hope everybody's trying to stay COVID free. You know, ain't no dates, ain't no one-on-ones. You know, we just gonna have to chill for a moment. You know, you got the Zoom dates now, man. Because you don't know, man. People, they going out to the clubs now. You don't know where they at, who they around. So, man, it's you got to protect yourself at all times. That's the first rule of boxing. You got to protect yourself at all times. So that's what I live by.
It's the boxing match.
Got to protect yourself at all times, man.
Oh, man, that's dope.
Can't slip out here. Can't slip. But I'm going to get into my report, man. I'm going to come in, you know, we're going to talk a little bit about that, why you can't slip, because it seems like everybody's catching COVID these days. It's like the new thing. It's the new trend.
Right.
The new trend.
Well, catching COVID is the new trend.
Seems like it. But first, man, we want to give a shout out to a great actor, Thomas Jefferson Byrd. Man, of course, man, if you guys have saw some of Spike Lee's great movies like Bamboozle, Get on the Bus, Clockers, he was also in Set It Off, and he did a role in Ray as well with Jamie Foxx. But Thomas Jefferson Byrd, man, this past weekend in Atlanta, he was actually found shot in a house in Southwest Atlanta. He was shot several times in the back. I think the number that I heard was 6 times in the back, and they're still investigating the crime. But you know, Thomas Jefferson Byrd was definitely a great actor. If you guys have witnessed some of his work, he's definitely he was a scene stealing guy. And you know, anytime he came on the screen, he could capture that moment, man, because he had a way about him that pretty much, you know, made you pay attention to whatever he was saying. And Spike Lee gave him a shout out yesterday, and he posted him on his Instagram. And he just talked about working with him and talked about, you know, how good of an actor he was. And he started fairly late. He started back in 1992, and you know, he was 70 years old. So hopefully the individuals who did this crime were caught and put away for a long time. But just a shout out to Thomas Jefferson Byrd. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you guys remember seeing him in films, Spike Lee's films?
The classic is, I think I first caught on to him was Denzel Washington and oh my God, the best.
He got game.
He got game.
Yep.
That's where I remember him from. Man, you say he started late in his career?
He started around 1992. You know, usually when people act, they start acting, they act at a young age. I think he was middle age when he started acting. He was past 40 when he started acting, where he got his break. So, you know, that's kind of like, not, you know, in Hollywood, people usually start in their early 20s, usually get their big breaks then, but he kind of got his big break later in life.
Man, yeah, I hope they find them. Oh man, that's sad to hear. Great actors. Man.
Horrible. Condolences to his family and to all those victims of violent crimes. I mean, just, you know, it's him right now, but we just know that we got to end this self-hate.
Anything.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's a lot going on. 2020 is teaching us a lot, and definitely want to give a shout out to Thomas Jefferson Byrd. Rest in power, brother.
2020.
Rest in power.
2020 is teaching us a lot. You said a mouthful right there. Jesus. Irish Baker said, "I love them to set it off." He wasn't set it off.
He was in set it off. He was the guy who they had to clean the service, and he was making sure that they were in check. He always, the thing about it, he was always cussing somebody out in the movie. He was always getting on somebody. Yeah, his name was Luther. Yeah, man, that dude had a way about it, man. He brought the realness when it came to whatever role he was in.
He had that face too. That brother face. He had that face. That was that brother face, you know. You gotta be able to give him that brother face. Like.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dang.
Yeah, he's definitely authentic, man. Definitely authentic. He's definitely gonna be missed though. He was 70 years old. So shout out to Thomas Jefferson Byrd. I think we have another guest.
Yeah, we got all the way to Tuskegee University. ...
John Leonard, how y'all doing?
What's up? John Leonard. Talk about it. Tell everybody who you are. We know that you are the biggest, the best, and one of those. Set it out.
Hey, y'all, I'm John Leonard, John Q. Leonard, Director of Bands, Tuskegee University. I've been here, at Tuskegee for about 6 years. I actually grew up in the Tuskegee community. Went off to college at Florida A&M, and worked as a teacher and a musician, around, and then found my way back to Mother Tuskegee to lead the Marching Crimson Pipers. And I love it. I love it back here in Tuskegee. Is one thing, it's home, but it's Tuskegee is such a fertile place for just greatness. And I just love it. I love being there. I love the energy, love the family atmosphere there. And even though we're going through the pandemic like everybody else, we just look for brighter things. And as a Crimson Piper, we're trying to figure out ways to bring some life to the university, bring life to the world, even under these crazy times.
We got to come back and bring the band, bring them out 5 or 6, let it do a Zoom before this.
Yeah.
We got to bring it. Are y'all practicing on Zoom? How do you practice with the band?
Well, we actually started this summer, having meetings over Zoom, and then we started doing Google Classroom so the students could learn, individual music. The new students that were coming in. The first couple of weeks we didn't meet at all. Then we moved. We had actually like some phases that we did. So then we went to our first phase, which was allowing the students to have sectional rehearsals just within, each section would rehearse outside, and the students that were virtual, they would participate virtually. In the last week or so, we were able to actually finally come together, still practicing outside. It's just a little safer outside, actually moving to the field. And these next couple of weeks, we're actually putting a virtual halftime show together for homecoming. So we're trying to, in this new normal or whatever is extremely difficult. It's next to impossible to do band through Zoom or whatever, but we're trying to figure out ways to figure it out. We always, we're famous for playing ball and parlay, whether sunny or gray, we're going to ball and parlay. So, I tell the students all the time, whatever obstacle comes our way, we have to figure out a way around it, and we got to figure out a way to do our thing regardless.
Now, sir, I'm upset because I'm a DJ. When are you gonna put DJs in the band? And I'm cool on the triangles. I don't know if you need a triangular, but I can get in on the triangles.
We give you a part, man. we played we did Run DMC Rock the Bells a few years ago. We could have used you. I had the little xylophone player on the sideline playing, but they were like, "What is this?" I was like, "This is before you were born, but just go with it."
That's what I need. But for this HBCU, man, how do you plan on? Because I know you said the challenge is the actual, the rehearsals and getting everybody together. How do you plan on getting everyone engaged during this virtual
Well, to be honest with you, I was worried about that at first. But the kids, we set up the situation. We said, look, these are the parameters. I told them it was kind of like the NBA bubble. You can either be in the bubble or you can get kicked out the bubble. I said, if you follow the rules, you'll be in the bubble. If you don't follow the rules, if I don't, I didn't even say 6 feet. I said 10 feet apart. Just make sure that you're communicating, and when you're not playing, wear your mask. If you are playing, make sure that you're far enough apart. Do what you got to do to to do what you're supposed to do. And at first it was a little awkward, and the kids were just like, "Oh, this just isn't how we were doing things." But I think the fact that they are able to actually play their instruments. I mean, most of these kids haven't touched the horn since February. We did a Mardi Gras parade. It was spring break, and that was it. So these kids are just lucky. Like I told them, like, you're blessed to be able to get back on your horn and be able to do what you love. So let's make sure that we take advantage of it. And like, I know, like last week, I really started seeing the, like, okay, I'm ready now. It was a little weird at first, but now I really, I really kind of feel it. And so I think we have some good momentum going into it. Again, we pretty much have this one performance, and I think we're going to be doing a parade. But we only have maybe 60% of the band here on campus. So, we got to fight around all those different things. But nevertheless, I think just the fact that they're able to do something is motivation, enough.
Like that. I'll get my triangle ready too, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's usually like the song of the summer or the song of the year, and there's always like classics that you can always play. So this is like a 2-part question. Like, what's the song of this year that you think most bands are playing, and what's one song that's always a good go-to song for a marching band?
Okay, so I this is always weird because I grew up in I was in college in the 90s. I'm in my mid 40s. I rarely listen to like the actual radio, so it's like and then I'm in all different types of music. So I always tell my students like and usually what happens right before the season, I'll just go to a regular club and I'll sit back and listen like, okay, what's making these people get out their seats, and I couldn't do that this year. So
okay.
So it was like I kept telling the kids, give me these songs, and then they're sending me all these songs, and I'm like, oh wow, we can't do that song. That just the words are just wrong, and that song doesn't have a melody. So you just kind of go down a list. I got a list of some songs. I know that I was familiar with the song Moneymaker from 2 Chainz.
Moneymaker.
There was a couple of other ones. Let's see. There was like a Chris Brown song, Go Crazy, I think. Something like that.
Go Crazy.
There was a couple of other rap songs that I actually like, but I don't know if I'm like, of course WAP is, big, but it's just it's just kind of controversial. And song called Big Go or something like that. Things like that. So I kind of, I listen to it for the music. I can ignore the words because I figure, hey, I grew up under 2 Live Crew and all that kind of stuff, so I can ignore that. But it still has to have some kind of music that's going to make people dance. So I would say those songs, as far as old school songs that most bands play. I mean, every band is going to play Cameos, Talking Out the Side of Your Neck. That's just the band staple. Standard. Like you're usually going to hear Before I Let Go, Frankie Beverly Mays. There are a few other ones that are, was it Black and Blues by, I think that's Al Jarreau or something like that. Those are pretty somehow some of these songs, I don't know how they became standard band songs, but, once, people start playing them, like for instance, nobody knows Talking Out the Side of Your Neck is is Cameo, but bands have been playing it, since back in the day, and it gets the crowd jumping, and the crowd don't know, why that, what the song was about or whatever. They didn't even see the video. There's a video for this song, and I'm like, but that's just what it is,
You know what, Coach? I'm gonna help you out. Your new triangulist is gonna help you out.
All right.
Go to TikTok. You want to?
Yes. So there was a couple of that's what somebody said. So there were a couple of songs that had like TikTok. There was one that like SWV's Week or something. There was a little TikTok dance to that. There was a couple of other ones. So I had actually downloaded TikTok on my phone, but I never really went through it to like check out. I didn't know you could go through songs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna check that out.
Don't worry, Coach. I got you.
I appreciate it, bro.
Our HBCU is happening. It's a virtual party, and you guys are participating. I know you're going to be there. Everybody needs to go register for our HBCU. But just being able to be a part of the celebration, what are you thinking when you have the kids and you see them growing into adults and have that band virtual reunion? Obviously, you celebrated Tuskegee.
Right.
When you see homecoming, what is it like just to have the whole family back?
Homecoming at Tuskegee is nothing like it. And I people want to compare homecomings, this, that, and the third. I say everybody's homecoming is probably, unique to them. I went to Florida A&M, and I love Florida A&M's homecoming. And it's, and it's great. It's amazing. It's people everywhere. I've been to, a couple of other homecomings, and they were great, but there's nothing like, it's nothing like coming in our stadium, and the people are tailgating inside the stadium, and just the atmosphere we have this shed there that the students pack in there, and the alumni side is, they're packed over there, and it's just it's like a big cookout party, but there's a football game going on at the same time. So that's the unique thing. And even going virtually now, I haven't, I know they have some alumni events, and the band is like I said, we're doing something. I'm pretty sure some other groups on campus are doing some things to try to, as much as we can, to try to bring some of that atmosphere, to your homes. But it's nothing like being on campus. You know what I'm saying? But I would stress to people that, if for Tuskegee or, Alabama State or Alcorn, whatever school that you support, or whatever school you have that you want to support, whether you went there or not, you were going to spend a certain amount of money to go to that homecoming. Spend some of that to just give to these universities right now, because, we take a big hit, during this virus or whatever. And, I think it's just important that we're able to bless our university. I mean, that's what part of homecoming anyway, coming back, see your family, to be around your family, to be around, be on the yard, but also make sure that you're leaving something. Usually we're leaving it in hotels and party venues, but let me make sure we're leaving it actually at the university this time.
That's what's
No, it's definitely what's up. I think that's a great idea. If you're not going to get to the homecoming, then give to the homecoming. I mean, give or get. So
Right.
If you're not going to get there, then give there.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Excellent way to put it.
We're counting on you. We want to thank you for coming on the show. You, Dr. McNair, for all that you do to change the lives of the students, to give them hope, to give them intelligence, and if nothing else, to impact the world when they leave Tuskegee, that they are brighter, that they have the tools necessary to engineer a future that will
Absolutely.
help and showcase the greatness within us as Black people, and the Black culture and the Black genius that exists from getting a phenomenal degree from the great Tuskegee University.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Man, I cannot wait for this virtual performance, man. I promise you, I'm gonna be paying attention.
You gotta bring the band. You gotta bring the band on the show.
We'll have to figure that out.
All right, we'll get you and Ashley, who's a Tuskegee graduate, to come on and figure out how to bring at least 10 of the young people, get them on screen. We'll wish everybody a great morning and kind of showcase.
Oh yeah, they love that. They
Yeah,
love that.
showcase, just
Yeah,
connect.
bring the
you know?
drum line. We like the drum line. Bring the drum line.
Oh my God, they love that.
All right. Well, let's make it happen. We want to thank you again. Thanks to you, Dr. McNair, for all you guys do to give the young people a future and a vision of themselves. It nurtures them, shows the world how great Black people are. Talk to you soon. You guys are watching Rolling Out AM. That was John and Leonard over at the great Tuskegee University. And we want to thank you for being on the show. A.R. Shaw, continue with your report.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, Amir, don't forget the triangle section, man. It ain't about.
I got you.
All right.
Nah, man, it's
All
it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, just always okay. So we're gonna go to the report. All right. So Cam Newton, man, he's out of tonight's football game against New England Patriots. They take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and he tested positive for COVID-19, which is kind of bad and kind of sad because Cam Newton was definitely having a breakout year. He definitely had a comeback. A lot of teams kind of snubbed him. They wouldn't, no team would sign him. He had to take a major pay cut by joining the New England Patriots. And he was just going off this year. But unfortunately, he's going to have to be sidelined for the next 2 weeks because of COVID-19. And man, it just shows you that this thing is real. Like, you really got to protect yourself at all times, as I said earlier. And yeah, he's, it's just sad, man. So tonight, the Kansas City Chiefs, which is going to be a great game. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs, facing off against the Patriots, and Cam Newton won't be there. So that's sad, a sad sight.
Hey, man, I will be honest. I was never a Cam Newton fan. I liked him. But let me tell you guys something. For somebody to be counted out, and for somebody to have it's just a 1 year agreement, right?
One year deal. You signed a 1 year deal for $1 million. And then just to give you guys some perspective, he signed for $1 million. He was a former MVP. I mean, he was the best player in the league at 1 year. Usually MVPs get paid $100 million and more, but he's getting paid $1 million this year. So he's severely underpaid. But go ahead.
We're not talking about a long time ago. We talking about he was MVP like four or five years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I am so impressed. This man was like, bet. Like this is the power. Let me give my Black brothers some game. This is the power of a Black man. He was like, okay, this is what you're gonna give me, bet. This is the opportunity you're gonna give me, bet. I'm about to show y'all what I'm about to do. I really wish he was playing tonight because I think New England was about to go. I was gonna say 11. They was gonna go 13-0. They was gonna run this boy. Because his mindset is I'm going to win. I want to see this game.
Yeah, it was gonna be a good game between him and it was gonna be a showdown between you. Say what?
Who snuck up on him?
Man, I just think it's the carelessness, man. I just think that sometimes you be out there and you forget your mask and you're around the wrong people and it can happen that quickly, Like it could just somebody sneeze wrong and it can catch you. So you got to stay masked up. You got to keep that mask on at all times when you out in public. And yeah, it's a lot of people. I see a lot of people are letting their guards down now. A lot of people are going out. I'm not sure. Roman, did you see the UGA game this weekend? University of Georgia versus Auburn. So with the University of Georgia versus Auburn game happened this weekend, it was the first time that they played a home game at Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia. So they allowed fans to come in. There's about 20,000 fans, but no one had on a mask. Like no one in the stadium had on a mask. And it was just like people on it was the whole thing on social media. I'm sure you saw it, Romeo, on social media as far as people saying like, why aren't they wearing masks at this football game?
I think somebody was like, Georgia having a COVID party, ain't it? I was like, what y'all talking about?
COVID party, man. Whole COVID party.
I was like, y'all talking about a party? No, no. It's on live TV. I was like, there's no party on live TV. Next thing you know, they talking about the game. So you're right.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's a lot of football teams and a lot of leagues they're not allowing fans, and when they do allow the fans, they want the fans to wear the face mask on their face throughout the entirety of the game. But for whatever reason at UGA, they were like, you whatever.
Which I also still think is amazing. I mean, I know it's two separate sports, but the fact that the NBA has regulated whatever their requirements are inside of that bubble, and no one has gotten sick inside that bubble amazes me. Like, no one from day one till now has gotten sick inside the bubble.
The NBA should was it Adam Silver? Like, he should be the president for at least until the next president, like until January. Like, listen, let's just put Adam Silver in the seat, because you're right. What he did with COVID is like, create this atmosphere where it's constant testing, where he making sure that everybody's safe. Like, no one has ever been able to do this. No sport has been able to do this. Baseball has had some people get sick. Football, people getting sick. This is the only sport that's been 100% COVID free from the beginning to right now. The last 4 or 5 months, the NBA has been COVID free. So
nobody in the G League, like nobody in they surrounding. They got this on lock, man.
Yeah, man. Like, it's something. I mean, I think the thing is, like, it could have been replicated on a larger scale. Like, what he's doing in the bubble could have been replicated if, like, the government was like, okay, we're going to try to do this constant testing. People need to get tested every week. Like, everybody needs to be tested every single week. Like, it can't just be a one-time thing. It needs to be a constant thing, so that we know if you have it, we can isolate you versus you becoming a super spreader. Because that's what happens. People become super spreaders.
And I love the fact, I don't know if I've been watching. You know what? I got to bring this up. I've been watching John Matisse, who plays for the 76ers, even though they're out. I've been watching his YouTubes of him inside the bubble. And I think it's dope that they have a temperature checking wristband. And it's real simple. It's kind of like our watches, a temperature checking wristband that alerts you going into every room. It alerts you of if your temperature goes up or if there's any abnormalities. And he was saying that it's not even a costly thing. It's a simple wristband that, you remember when you used to wear the color rings on your finger, that type of thing. It's one of those. Like, come on, man. It lets you know, oh, your wrist is turning red. Hey, brother, you got your temperatures up. Hey, simple. Shout out to
nice. Yeah, and New York is having issues as well. They say New York may have to shut down again because of increased cases. So the city of New York, of course, Mayor de Blasio, he came out yesterday and said that there've been like some outbreaks in different parts of New York. So they're considering doing another shutdown.
Man, dang it. Well,
you got one more slide, brother.
Let's get to it, Ashton.
I don't think people are gonna pay attention.
All right, so LL Cool J, he had a few choice words for Kanye West. Of course, Kanye West, he a few days back, well, not a few days, but a couple of weeks back, he kind of had issues with the music industry, saying that he was upset with the whole industry and how he wasn't getting his masters, and he urinated on his Grammy. So on a recent episode of Dusos Meros, the podcast guys who have a show on Dusos Mero, they have a podcast on Showtime now. LL Cool J was a guest, and he kind of went off on Kanye. He said, with all due respect, I think Kanye should just piss on a Yeezy shoe or something instead of pissing on a Grammy. Piss in a pair of them Yeezys, B. I felt some kind of way about that. I didn't love it because I've been with the Grammys for 5 years. Of course, LL Cool J is like one of the individuals who's kind of, I don't know if he served in a production role, but he's been the host several times at the Grammys, and he wasn't feeling Kanye's his disrespect of the Grammy Award. So LL had a few words for Kanye.
I'm glad somebody's saying something. My only thing is, like, I understand people's opinion change. I remember Kanye when he was arguing about there wasn't enough black representation at the Grammys, and then he won a Grammy, and then he won more Grammys, and then he started publicizing the Grammys, and now you mad at the Grammys? Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Pick something.
Yeah, Kanye is going through it mentally. Hopefully somebody can just step into his life and tell him to just, take a break. Sometimes you got to take a break instead of just pushing seems like he's trying to push harder, and it's just, you might just need to sit down somewhere. Just sit down. Just take a break, take a chill pill.
Every time I see him, he's posting photos of this big screen TV that he's standing in front of. Brother, nobody can't watch that TV. I don't know if you've seen the photo of the wall.
Yeah, it's like a theater TV, right? It's basically like a movie screen.
You standing in front of it watching it. Come on, man. Nobody can't watch this. Hey, man, get you a regular size TV. It's okay. Jesus. But hey, man, to each his own. And you know what? I've decided, I still spin the music. I'm not a Kanye fan no more, man. I'm out. I got out. Look, man, I got out. What's the movie Get Out? I got out of the sunken place earlier this summer, man. I don't know about you.
Sunken place. Yeah. It's hard to be a Kanye fan at this moment. He kind of makes it hard, but let's pray for our brother. That's all we can do.
Man, we're gonna pray for this vote. Join my Twitter party, man, this Wednesday. Kamala Harris versus Pence. Get your popcorn. Round 2, man. This is gonna be episode 2. I'm telling you, Amir, Pence ain't got a chance in hell.
Yeah, she gonna eat him up. She's gonna have him on the stand. She's a prosecutor. So yeah, it's gonna be ugly for Pence.
Oh man. But vote, man. Are you ready to vote?
Today's the last day. I'm not sure if you guys announced it earlier, but today is definitely the last day to register in GA. So let's get it.
Ready to vote, man? You ready to vote?
Oh yeah, man. I'm voting early. Next week is the first day to vote early in Georgia is October 12th. So I'll definitely be out there voting early. Vote early because they can't do anything.
Oh yeah, ready, brother.
I want the experience for this one, Amir. I think I'm gonna go get in the line, man. I want the experience, man. I want to be in the line. I want to see what all types of people in the line. I'm going for it, man.
I think you should vote early.
It'll be a small line, even if you vote early. I mean, I think the whole idea is just creating the wave, the momentum. I don't think that wait and you can miss. No excuses, and we need every leader in early.
Oh, they ain't gonna. I guarantee you, they ain't gonna catch the kid. I'm gonna be right there, with my Biden, and I'm gonna have my shirt on with the hat. Okay, Ashley, we see you. Positive thoughts. I'll kick it off. Jesus, double text. My positive thought of the day is, it's never. I've been hashtagging this all weekend. It's never too late to start. Regardless of where you're at in life, what age you're at in life, what you want to do in life, it's never too late to start. You can always hit that button and you can always begin something new. So that's my positive thought of the day. My brother AR.
My positive thought of the day is to definitely exercise your right. With today being the last day to register to vote in Atlanta, definitely get up and make sure you make it happen. Make sure that you're counted. A lot of people saying that their vote doesn't count, but you can understand that laws can affect everybody from healthcare to basically having your rights to vote. So make sure that you're exercising your right this coming election season. Let's go, Munson.
Hey, everybody, you watching Rolling Out AM with Romeo International, AR Shaw. We really want to say thanks to everybody for your comments. Share our show. We really want to know what you think about these relationships. But if nothing else, thank you for tuning in to Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. Positive thought of the day is, it is your choice to be great, so choose to be great. It is your moment. We need greatness and nothing else at this second. So be great today. Have a wonderful day. Leave only in today. And this is Rolling Out AM with Romeo International. A.R. Shaw, and Munson Steed. We are rolling out AM. We'll see you soon. Tune in. Be sure to register at ourhbcu.com. Big thanks to Tuskegee and everybody who joined. And of course, the very phenomenal young lady, Ebony, who came on for our show today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks to you and your phenomenal restaurant. If you're tuning in, you live in Atlanta, we'd like you to go by and obviously stop at her restaurant and check her out. So she's a native of Chicago. If you live here, be sure to check out Ebony in College Park. Nouveau Bar and Grill. Thanks for sponsoring Rolling Out AM. Peace.